Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's No Bull Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Destination Unknown Brewing Company. They are out of Shore, New York. This is also a collaboration with Nightmare Brewing Company. I'm not familiar of where they're from, but I have heard of them before. But this beer is called The Science of Selling Nightmares. And I think this is trying to think. It's like a kettle sour series. I think they're all called The Science of Selling blah blah blah, and this one's Nightmares because it's a collab with Nightmare Brewing Company. This is a dry hopped mixed fermentation sour. So that's interesting. I only just noticed that now that it says mixed fermentation. So I'm curious if maybe this isn't just lactic. I hope that's the case. It should have more depth in, so we'll see. And this is 6.5 ABV. So crack it open and see what we got. And I will say I'm pretty certain I have not had anything from Nightmare, so I can't say anything about their pedigree. So as you can see, it pours a cloudy, like champagne color almost, with about 2 fingers worth of really fluffy white head. It's interesting. There's a little bit of like a minerally character to it. Some bready malt. There's definitely like that that lemon limey character that you get when you combine hops and lactic acid, which is kind of a weird thing how that works, but I always pick that up. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It smells good though. Wow, that's so odd. Odd in a good way. There's something about the carbonation that almost feels like I'm drinking soda, which is weird. I mean, I know beer's obviously carbonated too, so they shouldn't necessarily be different, but usually soda's more carbonated than beer. But it's not like over carbonated to the point where it's like too drying, because you never want that either. It's funny that I said it looks like champagne because it really does have a champagne quality, both in the flavor and um, in the mouthfeel and carbonation. It's interesting. It almost kind of tastes like there was some sort of grapes used in this. It's a little uh, like white winey, or even almost like Welch's white grape juice. Uh, you do get a little bit of the hop character. The like the first second that it hits your tongue, it feels like it's going to be very, very lactic and tart, but then it just doesn't happen. It actually is very, very drying on the finish. Super light. Uh, there's no rough edges about it either. You know what? This actually kind of reminds me of like the dry hopped version of Bam beer from Jolly Pumpkin. I can't remember what that one's called, but it just the base of it reminds me of Bam beer. It's so light and clean, with a nice little hop kick to it. And Bam beer is usually pretty carbonated too. Um, I didn't buy this. I got it as part of like a prize box. So I don't know how much it costs, but assuming it's not like super cost prohibitive, which I'm guessing it's not. Usually anything in a can is, especially if it's not a stout, is not too crazy expensive. I would definitely buy this for sure. This is really unique, and this is something that I could crush all day. But now that I think about it, like as I was drinking it, my whole mindset was that this was really light, like an alcohol, because the body's really light, the flavor's really crisp, and it's nice and dry. I guess dryness doesn't necessarily mean that it's less alcoholic. In fact, it can mean it's more alcoholic because it fermented lower. Uh, but I'm really surprised that this is 6.5. Like I would guess it's like 4.5. I mean, it tastes like a session beer almost. I'm not really getting any alcohol burn that character at all. But that's just a more impressive thing about the beer. So yeah, I would absolutely buy this. This is really nice stuff, and um, if they did, I just wonder what it would be like if it wasn't dry hopped. If they took the dry hopping out and then they added some sort of fruit. I don't know if I would like it as much, but this combination is really good. So I highly recommend it. Again, I'm not sure if this saw distribution because it's a collab with Nightmare, and I know Nightmare distributes, I think. But I would search this out. It's really nice, clean, crisp beer, especially if you like hoppy wild beers. It's not to the point of a sour IPA. It's not like that, but it's like a hoppy wild ale. It's really nice. So I think that's all I got in this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.